Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It's 2025. It got here quick. You're listening to KAZI 88.7 FM. This is a show called The Morning Grind. It's a variety show. We're going to educate you. We're going to entertain you. We're going to talk some news, some current events. We'll give you some weather reports, let you know what you got in store for you today. We'll tell you what them roads are looking like. I'm Dapper D, in the place to be. So happy. I want to know. I want y'all to share a little bit about how your New Year's Eve went. Was it what you thought it was? I think in our minds, we are all so cool. You could see yourself at the baddest party. We're broadcasting from Austin, so, you know, it's in Austin. You at the baddest party in Austin. That's where you saw yourself at last night, right? Music's pumping. You got that fly outfit on. Yeah. Some of y'all lived that. And then there's the rest of y'all. You know, the people who were at home, maybe alone, maybe not. Maybe you were sipping on something, maybe not. But I do know everybody wasn't at a countdown, living their best life, the cool life, doing what the cool people do. And that's okay. I'm not judging. It takes all types. Some of us had to wake up this morning. Some of us had to go to work this morning. Some of us have kids to take care of this morning. We all can't do that. But if you can do that, I kind of want to know what you were doing. And if you didn't do it, I kind of want to know what you were doing. I want to know. I want y'all to share that. And how can you share that? Well, you can call us at 512-836-2887. That's the number to call in, and you will be on the air live with us. 512-836-2887. Now, I need you to know, if it's funny, I'm going to laugh. If it's not funny, okay, maybe there'll be a tear in my beer with you because you didn't have that much fun last night. And then again, there may be a tear in my beer if you are sad this morning because you did party, but yet you still had to wake up and go get out and get something. And if you had to do that, we need people like you. Keeps the world going around. This look, I'm a military veteran. Got this background for those who've never been on the episode before here. That would be a great time to invade another country, right? Like right after New Year's, where everybody is hungover, people are not at their house with all their guns, because you know that's another reason why people don't invade us. We got all these guns here in America. Maybe, you know, some of our military members are on vacation visiting family, so we got to wait for them to get back to where they got to get to defend the country. I don't know. But I do know we don't do a good job here in America. Of all the leading countries in the world, we are the worst when it comes to taking time off, enjoying vacation time. So it's okay. If you're that person, all you are doing is just, you're being American. You're just doing what the rest of us are doing. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's intentional. I'm just saying that's what we do. And you just, hey, this is where you live. We not that all of us are the bosses, right? So our boss wants us to come in. What you gonna say? Nah, brother. I'm on that Norwegian tip right now. I'm doing what they do over in Sweden. Nah, you can't do that. So you gotta wake up. You gotta put on your grown-up pants. Maybe you're getting some coffee in you, and then you out the door. Now, we're grumbling, rumbling, stumbling out that door, and nobody better come over to my cubicle talking to me this morning about how great they had it last night. And if I haven't seen you since 2024 before the Christmas break, I don't want to hear none of this bragging that you're doing either. What'd you buy your wife? What your baby boo got you? I don't want to see your new ring. I don't want to see none of that. I'm here. It's New Year's Day, and I don't want to be here. That's all we want to know. How do you tell that person to back up? Do we do it nicely? because we have these New Year's resolutions, right? Most people are trying to do better things, be better in the new year. So maybe we're going to be a kinder, gentler person to that person that wants to come over and talk to you. I don't know. I do know that I have possibly helped that person not get pulled on the carpet, not get their day ruined, because we may not want to hear from you. Read the room. Before you come over to my cubicle, read the room. Before you knock on the door, if my door is open, before you stick your head in, just give us a little time to get into the day. So I lived a lot of different places. I've gone to New York a lot. Lived in Connecticut. If you don't know, that's basically a suburb of New York. Some people drive out of the city, go right into Connecticut, right? And I have never gone to the New Year's ball drop in Times Square. Is that hard to consider? All right, let me help you out with that. For those who say you want to go, just call me giving you info. And for those who never want to go, well, then maybe I'm just reminding you why you don't go. So what they do is they line everybody up, sort of like it's Black Friday, right? And then they remove the barriers. And then everyone goes flooding in and running to a spot to stand. That's a little bit after lunchtime. Let's say 1 o'clock, 1:30. They let all the people come back from lunch, all the security people and the cops, they get ready. So after lunch, when they're ready, so let's say everybody gets back at 1 o'clock, give them about the next hour to release the hounds. So they lift up the barriers. Everyone goes piling in. If you get trampled, you get trampled. That's like the start of your 2025 as you lay there writhing in pain, because people just gonna step over you. It's New York, baby. They keep it moving. So then you get to your spot. You got to hold that spot. Yeah. I think I told you what time it was, right? Didn't I say it was after lunch? Didn't I? Okay, so let me do that math for you. I'm going to insult you in the morning. If you got that math, I'm glad you got that. For those who don't realize that, we're talking 12 hours of standing in one spot. I'm gonna talk to y'all a little bit about some weather a little bit later. But today, we supposed to get 61, and our low is 43. That's here in Austin, Texas. That's New York, people. Them people are in the 20s. Yeah. So now you cold. Hopefully you're still bold, because you might have some regret right about, I'm going to say, dinner time. How you getting your food? Is somebody bringing you food? Did you have some beef jerky in your little fanny pack? Yeah. You didn't think about all that? Because you can't move from your spot. Ain't nobody going to hold that spot for you. This New York, baby, I told you already, they don't care about you. In fact, someone else might move up, and what they supposed to do? Fall on the sword and say, hey, you can't take that spot. I'm holding it for random dude that just nah, man. Everybody is going to be there for over 12 hours. If they see the ball drop, mingle a little bit to take it all in, and then finally they're going to leave. Don't even think about bathrooms. Some people wear diapers. Some do that. Like, I have never done that. I am not an astronaut. I have never done it. But I don't want to do it. I can't even imagine the sensation of letting it go. Just so you could stand there and see the ball drop with the equivalency of the rest of us who are at home looking at it on TV. Nah, I'm good. But some of y'all are going to do it. And if you have done it, I still would like to hear from you. You still could call in and tell me, we definitely want to hear from you. Why'd you do it? Was it what you thought it would be? But this is why Dapper D has never done it. And I'm good. Like, I've accomplished a lot in my life. I've been very successful. I'm very happy. And I am not sitting here with regret when it comes to that ball drop. But some of y'all had a good night last night, and I want you to share that with us. It's Hump Day. It's the first day of 2025. You listen to The Morning Grind. I'm Dapper D. This is KZI 80. Nice, right? There were a couple songs there that I know at that moment you said, okay, all right, it's Monday. It's not Monday. It's the start of the week. See, I don't know. It's the middle of the week, but it's the start of your work week if you had to go back. That was the theme we were starting with. A couple people called in, and hey, look, everybody don't want to be in showbiz. They don't always want to be on the air, but yeah, they getting their grown up on. I knew it was a few of you out there. Look, the roads were pretty good on the way in. I did have one crazy driver that felt like they were just going to ignore the lane merging signs and the lane to my right. They decided to get merged right into the person that was on my right. I don't know if the person who was on my right was even awake. They didn't seem to flinch, or maybe they just got nerves of steel and they said, well, if you're going to make it between the barrier and this single lane up ahead, you got to do it on your own because I'm not helping you. Well, they made it, but then that could have been ugly because they would have ricocheted and ended up over in my area, and that would have been bad. So let's be safe out there. If you are finishing up your travel, if you're on your way back, some of y'all are streaming us. You can stream us on the TuneIn app. Somewhere on kzifm.org. If you got a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a cousin to listen in, and they can do it either of those two ways also. Some of y'all on terrestrial radio. Some of y'all got a knob and you're all the way to the left. That's 88.7. You can't get any further. That's cool. But share it with your friends, and then we all can talk about whatever we get into today. Again, we got some current events, we got some news, we got some weather, we got some sports. We'll tell you a little bit about that traffic report. We're gonna give you that. Basically, we'll come back at the top of the hour. So some of the things we want to talk about today. There is a steakhouse in Las Vegas that gives a menu to women that has no price listing. I know there are some people that would love to give me your opinion on that. I already know some people are going to find that offensive and misogynistic. I know that. I know there's people that's not going to see a problem with it. I know that. And look, I'm not here to sway your opinion either way. I'm just telling you what it is, and I am inviting you to offer me your opinion. How does that hit you? A couple other things. We in Texas broadcast. I see there's people all over the world. We'll say hello to everybody. Some of y'all, I see we got some Europeans over there. We got Deutschland in the house, Germany. So they already had their New Year's Eve ahead of us. You know, it's after lunch over there for them. So those of us who were complaining about starting our day, they already done did it. So they don't want to hear us complaining. But I'm very interested in hearing from all of you, whether you're a Cowboys fan or not. The Dallas Cowboys, affectionately known as America's team, they're big here in Texas. Well, they have an owner, Jerry Jones, and he's the owner and general manager. Well, they haven't done good. I mean, they haven't won championships like they did back in the 90s. Now, there are a lot of other teams that would love to get 10 wins a season, 11 wins a season like the Cowboys have had. But I guess, I don't know, if I was a fan and I keep getting 10 wins, 11 wins, going to the playoffs, but like nothing happens, okay, yeah, maybe that would frustrate me. Maybe. I mean, I think I would like to be in that situation where I'm getting those 10 wins every year, and then you ask me my opinion if I'm okay with it. But should Jerry Jones get a general manager for accountability in 2025? I'm very curious. Do you believe that one, in my Kanye West here, no one man should have all that power? Sometimes we need accountability, right? We need somebody to pull your neck, pull that collar, just snap you back into reality. A general manager would do that. Not a general manager that's scared of you, one that could really be a good sounding board and you guys can have a nice interaction. See, some of us, we insulate ourselves with a bunch of yes men, yes women, and that's all they tell you is, oh man, you good. Now that works. Oh, you look good in that. No, people, it is okay for one, a difference of opinion, and two, someone that can tell you the truth. Now, in 2025, I'm not out here trying to tell you what you got to do. You're going to figure that out on your own. But what I can offer to you is that the truth will set you free. You ain't got to run from it. You ain't got to hide from it. But you should want to hear of it. It's okay. Now, when you get that information, if you realize that it is not the path that you want to take. And if you the boss, you the shot caller, then you do what you want to do. That's the best I could tell you. We're going to take a break. When we come back, top of the hour, we'll give some weather. We'll give some current events. We'll take those calls if you want to be on the air. 512-836. Well, look, people calling in and telling me that they don't want to be there and they don't want to talk to you. So, yes, there are people that are at work right now. When you get there, especially if they beat you in, and it is 8:04 by my clock in here right now, they don't want to hear it, okay? You come in, put your head down, and you get to your work. They don't want to hear all of that other rah-rah stuff. They don't want to hear about your resolutions. They don't want to hear about your new gym membership you're going to do. Nobody cares about your Peloton, your Soul Cycle, whatever you got going on. Keep it to yourself. Trust me. People will come to you if they want you. If they don't send for you, don't come. I'm just passing along a little bit of info. Not yet. Is that all of Austin calling in? No, that wasn't all of Austin calling in. But you just need one or two. And I had one or two that told me, yeah, brother, I got things I gotta do today, and I'm not happy about it. Yeah. We're gonna go back to a couple of the things I mentioned here because also I've got a couple calls, a couple little nice little feedback items when it came to that. So one of the first things I said was there's a steakhouse in Vegas that gives a menu to women that has no price listing. So that if you're out, there's this guy and this gal, they're on a date, right? And the servant comes over and says, hey, boom, there's yours. Mansoor, boom, there's yours. Gives them, everybody gets a menu. Maybe she whispers over, hey, I don't know how much anything costs. Or maybe she says, all right, so what am I going to get into? She may not even notice that. I hope the guy knows that there isn't a price listing on the other side. Listen, there's some lessons that have to be learned the hard way. I remember when I was a young buck. There was this girl, she was a dime piece. On a scale of 1 to 10, she was that 10. Fine as all get out. That's when you used to walk through the mall and you used to meet a girl, and if she's cute, you roll up, you get that phone number. Yeah, so I did that. And I was like, hey, okay, so yeah, you in college. Okay, fine. I see you doing what you're doing, girl. How about we go? So I got the number. We was going to go out to eat. I thought I'd take it to a Japanese spot, a steakhouse. Yeah, I definitely overspent. It took every single red cent that I had to pull that off to get up out of there without rolling up your sleeves, going in the back, washing dishes. That's a stereotypical thing. But them lessons have to be learned. If you're trying to be the boss, you got to pay the cost. You have to, you got to count up all your pennies. And then maybe you go into that date with some expectations. But if you end up at this restaurant and they order, let's say, a tomahawk steak, if you don't know, you might want to look that one up. A very expensive piece of meat. Okay, that's what they want. You want them to be happy, right? Okay. Now, by the time they finish ordering, they're over $100. Maybe you got it like that. But if you ain't got it like that, well, you probably showed up at the wrong place. That's kind of a you problem. You made a mistake there. But you're also going to have to just maybe say, hey, let me go ahead and I'm going to try some of the things you got. Can I? Oh, I can't try none. Yep. Nope. All right. So again, you're learning lessons. This is a person that doesn't share their food. Not interested in sharing their food with you. Maybe they could have asked the question, hey, how much is such and such? They could have asked that question, I'm sure. But they decided not to. So what you gonna do? I know what I did. I bit my lip every single time. You're gonna, okay, you getting that? Okay, I see how much that costs. Man. Let's see, back in those days, let's say I had $200 in my bank account at that time, right? Man, I walked out of there with about $173 bill, and that 27 that was left over. Whew, I thought that was gonna be some gas money. Thought I was gonna do some things during the week, but yeah, that's all it was gonna be, was gas money to get me to that next check. That is hard living. But hey, if you're gonna go to that steakhouse in Vegas, be ready. I also asked you guys about Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. And you can relate this to any situation, even in the workplace. Some of us, we have El Jefe who only listens to themselves. Don't care about what nobody else has for input. And if that's the case, should Jerry Jones get a general manager for accountability? Should your boss institute something, use their right-hand person, man, woman, whatever, whoever is their right hand, whoever is their assistant, the person they lead on, their sidekick, maybe? And if they don't, man, I feel bad for you. Those are hard situations. I've been in similar situations to that, and it is hard. Sometimes people are too afraid to step up and tell that person what right looks like. Yeah, I think you know which one I am. Yeah, I'm the nail that sticks up. I rally the troops. I'm like, yo, we not dealing with this, right? Come on, man. We not dealing with this, right? Well, they say that when we're all together, but then when it's time to stare down the monster, everybody quiet. Nobody's saying anything. And you by yourself. And you look around, there's tumbleweed. I know I'm in Texas, so let me get the tumbleweed. The tumbleweed goes past, you hear the crickets chirping. There's a cold draft on your back that you didn't feel before. See, when people standing behind you, they break that. You know what I mean? When that cold draft comes in, you're shielded from it. But ain't nobody back there. I'm by myself now. But stand on business, people. No, seriously. If you don't stand for something, you fall for everything. Look, I'm not out here telling anybody to quit their job or get fired. But you got to speak your mind. It may help. But if it hurts, look, if you're already this far down the path and in agreement with me, then you already know the answer. You got to start speaking up because you're not enjoying yourself. If you are a boss and in this situation, maybe I opened your eyes and you realize, man, don't nobody check me. Whenever I ask about, hey, what y'all want to do for lunch? And they be like, oh, I don't know. And then you be like, all right, well, hey, we're going to go do Chipotle. And then it's always Chipotle. That's you. Chipotle's your favorite. Yeah. They may want something else, but you just keep thinking, nah, man, they always want to give me what I want. Nah, I'm just talking into the wind, right? We got people out there that actually have a high social IQ. They try to read the room, and then they are curious about what their underlings think, their co-workers think. I think when that person has that autonomous power, I think that they should be held accountable. So we had some college football games that went on yesterday, right? There's a guy. His name is Ashton Jeanty. He's the running back. He plays at Boise State. That's over in Idaho, for those who don't know. If you're going all the way up there, it's a good football program. It's a great school. The secret's already out. That's also an amazing city. Boise is on the come up. Go see it, and then you'll believe it. So he was trying to break Barry Sanders' college rushing record. Well, he didn't. They lost. That was that. If he would have kept playing, he could have gone for it. Maybe got it. Now you got the Philadelphia Eagles. They got a running back named Saquon Barkley. Last week, Saquon was chasing Eric Dickerson, trying to get the record for the most yards in the NFL in a season. He made it to 2,000. He's not far away from it now, but he's going to need to play this last game. Here's the thing, though. Philadelphia doesn't need this game. They're going into the playoffs. This will be a chance for them to rest their starters, get the people that ride the bench, the people whose mama can come to the game, but she's sitting all the way up in the nosebleed. Yeah, the end of the bench people, the people that barely made the team. This is their chance. They could play that game. But I'm curious. Are you one of the people that believe that individual accolades matter more over team success? I'm not judging you. Look, this is the opportunity for y'all to talk with me. I'm not judging you. I just want to know, should he go for the record? Or should the team sit all their starters and put in the backups? They don't need this game, remember that. But he could live in infamy because he would have the rushing record. Or maybe you're that person who's like, no, it's all about the team. And let's sit them out. Let's rest up the team and get ready for the playoffs. Because winning the championship is what matters. I just want to know which way y'all go. And then I'm just kind of curious, if they decide, if Saquon really wants the record, if you're his teammate, do you support it? Because if he's going to get the record, that means everybody has to play. If you don't understand that, let me spit that real quick. You need your starting line, the offensive line, because they're the ones that have to block and open up the holes for him to run through. You need your starting wide receivers because the wide receivers draw attention. That's what keeps people from, we call it selling out to stop the run. When you put all your people on the defensive line and say, oh, he ain't running the ball on us, and then we're going to shut him down. Well, they can't do that if your wide receivers are the good ones, the best ones on your team, because if everybody's in there trying to shut down the run, those wide receivers, maybe they're one-on-one, and depending on the route they run, they might be wide open. But that doesn't happen if the whole team doesn't buy in to that individual accolade. And I just want to know. Now, we can change this if you're a Fortune 500, if you're a blue-collar, white-collar worker. I got it. But I just want to know. Y'all have KPIs, key performance indicators, for those who don't know. There's certain stats you got to get, right? Even all the way down, if you work at McDonald's, you have a certain speed of customer service you have to have when you work in that drive-thru, right? If you're one of those people, I just want to know, do you chase the individual accolades or is it about the team? You are live. Thanks for calling in.
Good morning, Dapper.
Hey, good morning.
Happy New Year, friend. Happy New Year.
Hey, Happy New Year. Yeah, I'm happy. It's 2025. I'm alive. I'm good.
You seem a little lonely out there on the radio.
Nah, I got all the listeners.
No, but it sounds like all your friends party little stars last night and made it into work today.
Yeah. There are a lot of people in my network. They were sending me a lot of Happy New Year's late last night, but they ain't doing a lot of responding this morning.
Yeah, I was one of the questions. I don't want to talk about that with this for but go on words today.
I'm sorry to cut you off there. I'm getting a lot of background noise, so we can't really hear you good. It's very loud in the background.
All right, I'm sorry.
Is there a way to?
Is this better?
Yeah, that's better. Okay, so what's on your mind?
Okay, so you're. I said I didn't want to talk about sports, so go Longhorns. But you had that question about the menu, the female menu versus the male menu.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. I'm okay with it.
Oh.
I'm okay with it. Because it's 2020, I can't say 2024 now, 2025. And chances are one of you went online, maybe on Yelp or TripAdvisor, and looked up the place and know what kind of place that is. So if you're the guy, you knew what you were getting yourself into. And if you're the girl, you knew what you were getting yourself into, potentially. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I mean, they know for a fact that this isn't insert fast food restaurant name here where you have the weird dude sitting over in the corner. Looks like maybe they haven't showered in a few days and they're talking to themselves. This ain't that type of place. Everybody is wearing their Sunday best. People are greeting you with let's just say a little panache. You feeling like $1 million. Yeah, you could tell a 5-star.
Even those spots, their menus online don't even show the prices, so it's kind of almost the same for one person at least. It's like, okay, this sounds fancy. It's like $5 signs. I can imagine what that is, but I don't know how much my cocktail is going to cost. Probably like my entire paycheck. But I'm still going to go, I guess, because it sounds like the right thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is. Here's what I can tell you. I believe that you could have these conversations before that. You could tell a person, hey, I'm not going to wine you and dine you. It's not really what I'm trying to do here. I'm not saying that at one point we can't go to a 5-star place, but I'm not trying to do that here. And honestly, I think a person should respect that. They should say, oh yeah, so we're just gonna go to a mom and pop's place. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I got that. It's really about the you and me and the interaction anyway. As you said, the $5 signs or the $3 signs to tell you how expensive the restaurant is, that doesn't tell you how great the date or the person is. And I think that's supposed to be the goal.
Yeah, I agree.
What else is on your mind in 2025?
I'm not big for resolutions, so I'm just over people who are going to be like, oh, time to get my workout on. Like, okay, it was also time to get the workout on every Monday morning, but that didn't work out. So what is Wednesday in January when it's cold and miserable? What's that going to do to your gym motivation? Just saying.
Yeah.
And also you just spent a whole bunch of money on your own travel, someone's gift. So what motivation do you have to commit to something new? Or people, anyway, I can go on and on. I just think that your 2025 goals should just be continued goals of you trying to do your best, be your best, continue your accomplishments, chase your successes, and not just be like, oh, new chapter, who this? Like, no, every day is a new chapter.
Yeah.
So it's another Wednesday for me. I'm just on to my next conference, on to my next, engagement. So just making things happen as usual. That's my 25.
No, we appreciate you calling in. Thanks for sharing, and we're happy you made it into 2025. We are all here together. Some didn't make it.
Keep it wild on Wednesdays, Dapper D and the team. Whenever they wake up from their Wednesday hangover, wing over, whatever over.
Yeah. Oh no, it's all over. Have a great day.
Sure too. Bye.
Bye. Okay, so there is a restaurant that gives the ladies a menu with no prices on it. Let's let that sink in. And it's okay. There are some people that are going to be happy with it. I know for a fact, I had to learn the hard way. So when I show up and I take you to an establishment, I'm prepared. And if I'm not prepared, then I need to have the conversation. And hopefully I had it. Now, I know me. Yes, I'm having that conversation. Here's what I'm going to say. All right, they don't have no prices on the menu. So I'm going to look at some of the options here. I'm going to tell you what we can't do. I'm going to tell you where we got to stay. That's all right. That's called clear communication. And if you can't have clear communication, especially at the start of the relationship, man, you can go ahead and say this would be the first one and the last one. Your signs are there. The signs are always there for us. It's just that we choose to ignore them. And then later on in life, you're saying, oh, yeah, that person sucked. Yep, they sucked when you met them. Just you had that, oh, I just met you. You're so amazing glow about you. Simply Courtney, I am very curious on your thoughts here, sir. LeBron James did a holiday card.
Yeah.
And Bronny was in it.
Yeah.
If your dad is LeBron James and he says, man, I don't care about your success, I don't care about anything else going on in your life. Yeah. I'm not saying LeBron said that, but I still want you to come over for the holidays.
Yeah.
And I want you to take the card picture with me and my family.
Yeah.
Your brothers and sisters.
Straight up.
Simply Courtney, what are you doing if you're Bronny? Do you
still? Oh, I'm Bronny?
Yeah.
I'm taking the picture.
You coming over? You're gonna do it.
Yeah.
So you don't have a problem with it.
I thought you asked if I was LeBron.
No, I wanted to know
I'll
from the
knock him
Bronny.
out if he don't come to the photo.
It sounds like that.
Now, from Bronny, I'm not trying to get knocked out.
Well, look, your parents, in this case, LeBron, he's given so much in his life up. A lot of these parents do that.
Yeah.
Some of us, not all. I know some parents, man, they still out here trying to get theirs, and that's all they care about. Ain't trying to do nothing for the kids. Ain't spending no time with the kids. Hey,
So-
you got a game system, you got a phone,
So?
go get that screen time.
Yeah.
But for those who give up a lot in life and struggled to help push their kid forward, it's okay if that kid says, I see you, mom, dad. Let me come over and do this. It's the least I could do. Because I know there are some families where people still come over for the holidays. They visit and go have, the holiday with their parents.
Right.
So it's out there.
Right.
Where do you stand on that?
I think it's be with your family when you can. I don't have a lot of family, so I'm family.
Yeah.
If you can be with them, be with them.
Okay.
I don't see no status on that. There's some people that status it up. There's some people that status it up and it ain't as good as they make it look. And there's some people that status it up and it's better than what they make it look.
Yeah.
So I say, just status it up, take your picture. At the end of the day, you're going to miss these moments. And it really sucks right now. Is people like, I don't want to do it because I'm being fake or I ain't genuine. I was like, you know what? Take the pictures now because when the people are gone, you're going to have those memories. You can make something of those memories later.
Yeah.
I've had to learn that the hard way. You can make sense of that later, but take the pictures now because you're gonna regret that. You know what people don't get?
What's that?
Video of their people's voices.
Videos
of their people's voices. What do you call it? My sister, when she passed away, I did not have too many recordings of her singing.
Oh.
She was like a soloist. She would sing in church, different choirs, all that. And I don't have that many recordings of her voice, like her actual her spoken voice, but her singing voice.
I see.
And so I'm like, dude, record that stuff, man. Especially with kids.
Yeah.
Our kids, especially as teenagers, they don't want to be touchy-feely and all photographed and stuff.
Yes, sir.
Take those pictures because before you know it, they're gonna be big. And I used to mess with my mom. I started to tell her, I said, were you ever a kid? She didn't have no pictures of her as a kid until finally she's starting to find some.
You listen to The Morning Grind, KZI 88.7 FM. That's Simply Court. It's 2025. We're live. And we also have a caller who is live on the air. Thanks for calling in. Okay, there we are. We can hear you.
Oh, good morning, Doug. Good morning. Who's the other gentleman?
Simply Courtney.
Simply Courtney. How y'all doing this morning to year 2025?
Oh, we're doing good. We're doing great.
Wonderful.
How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. Well, that voice woke me up this morning. But
Yeah, sorry about that. That's my good morning voice, man. I'm here.
well, it did the job.
Yay, I'll take it.
Yeah. I'm hearing Doug, you running all over the football field out there, huh? You had a lot, so you need a little. I thought I'd call in and give you a little help there. You putting a lot of output out there now. But yeah,
Oh no. We here. We wanted to make sure that we could have did some programming, but man, let's give y'all the live show.
Get it live.
That's what we want to do this morning.
Give us a live show. Well, that's good. I want to say this on immigration first. You know that the lady governor who the new president, Delfina Gomez Alvarez in Mexico. I would suggest to her and all the countries that Trump and the MAGA base are saying we want illegal immigrants out of our country, but yet and still they don't want to own up to the fact that these illegal immigrants are doing all the lower pay class jobs that the Americans don't want to do, and they're servicing the American peoples and they're servicing the world. Well, I would have the presidents of these foreign countries that Trump is so downgraded and defaming at the wherever they take immigrants when they pick them up at the police department or at the immigration office. I would have my legal rights, my human rights attorneys. I would have my civil rights attorney. I would have the standing up for people's rights. I would definitely document the people's names that they're going to export out of the country, who they worked for when they was here in the United States illegally, and they probably have some on Trump's different locations where he's at, and also that way we would have some form of notification about separating the families, that these foreign countries, especially Mexico, they can come back and hold America accountable for separating peoples like this here in America. I think that's a legal recourse, and they can file legal action especially against the employers
Straight up.
that hire these individuals illegally, so they can have some form of liable financial reparation that Black America is truly waiting on. And that way they'll think twice. The president of these United States, whoever he is, Trump, he'll think twice before not respecting people as an individual.
Yeah.
So if you don't know how to humble yourself, if you don't know how to be compassionate, if you don't know how to love thy fellow citizen, what in the hell are you doing up there in the White House? What in the hell are you doing holding any position? Now, Doug, you made a point about Jerry Jones owning the Dallas Cowboys. I've never liked Jerry Jones, because you know why? Because you can feel racism. They carry it on their shoulder. You can smell it when they walk into the room.
Yeah.
You can feel it with an attitude. You can feel a cocky individual who thinks he's above himself, just like Elon Musk and all these Jeff Bezos and everything. They don't know exactly how to treat an individual because you are up there in the lead and you're riding on the money that we put into your pocket. So we're inferior. We're treated as slaves. We're treated with no dignity. We can't have insurance. We don't have any benefits to enjoy the luxuries of life because you're destroying the American people's government that's built by the people, for the people, for whom it was formed. So where is our legal recourse? Yes, year 2025, we definitely need it. You can feel when a man is mistreat a woman. You can feel when a woman is inferior to him. You can tell it. You can taste it, and it's evil. It's not good. It's not righteous. So I don't know I know where it comes from. It comes from the devil itself, because he walks the face of the earth. And when you have a woman defamed on the airways, on the media, completely all you can see is sex, lay down, do this and here, who you think characterize women of this way?
I'm gonna tell you,
My bad.
and thanks for calling in. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, she is spot on when it comes to. So the question for those, if y'all missed it earlier before, the question was, should Jerry Jones be held accountable by getting a general manager? After all these years of him being in charge and running the Cowboys, should Jerry Jones get a general manager for accountability? And I also, there are a lot of people that are not into sports. So I relayed that also to something else she alluded to, those that are in positions of leadership.
Right.
Do you ask your right-hand man, woman, is it always your way or the highway? Are you trying to have a difference of opinion? This gets into the point of DEI.
Okay.
I was going to wait and see if anybody else was going to get there, and I think Miss Charlene was going there. Again, thanks for calling in, Miss Charlene. That's why there has to be diversity in decision-making.
Right.
Because there's different trains of thought. That doesn't mean, look, the DEI can get political, it can get racial, it can take on whatever illical you want it to be.
Straight up.
But all I'm saying is, any rational person, and that's a broad definition of what a rational person is. Correct. But any rational person should say, man, I just want all the information. Let's get some ideas in, and then let's pick the right idea.
Right.
Where do you fall on that, Courtney?
Where I fall on that is whichever side allows me to get a draft the quickest, that's the side that I want. Whichever side is going to provide me the financial ability to buy and put a giraffe in my backyard is who I'm for.
Yeah.
And I think anybody that's against me getting a giraffe Those are the wrong people.
Yeah. Well, there are people that are out there who don't want you to have that giraffe.
And those are the wrong people. And that's the people that we have to get those people as far away as possible.
So the people who don't want you to have giraffe are bad.
Yep.
The people that don't help you to get your giraffe are bad. You seem like you're kind of a problem. Let me just hear me out. Here's the problem.
Fair.
If they don't agree with you, they're wrong. You know what I'm just saying? So you're Jerry
That's
Jones.
the truth.
So if we don't agree with you getting your giraffe, we're wrong.
Yes.
So Courtney,
I'm the sheriff. I have to have a giraffe.
Oh no.
Am I not the sheriff? Does the sheriff need to have
Did y'all
a
see
giraffe?
that? I shot the sheriff.
Wow.
But I didn't shoot the deputy. Brother, I'm confused.
You ain't never seen a sheriff with a giraffe before?
Man, all right. Simply Courtney, we're going to come back. We're going to play some music.
It better be something a giraffe can dance to, or I'm going
We gonna come back to you, brother.
to count you in that group of giraffes. You a giraffes? Is that what you is? You a giraffes?
Yeah, that's exactly what
You
I am.
giraffe.
Broadcasting live from Austin, Texas. Listen, that's the capital city. That's not San Antonio, not Dallas, not Houston. Austin, Texas. Better recognize. And I know there's some people out there who don't know. Thanks for streaming. We got people all over the world. Man, I appreciate that y'all listening in. We got 2 people over in Europe right now listening, Courtney.
Europe.
Can you believe that?
In Europe?
Let's give them a shout out.
What's up, Europe?
Someone's in Germany and someone's in France.
Quick, say it in German.
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen.
Yeah, there's good morning to those over there
In Germany.
Germany. I'll tell you a little bit about our traffic in little old Austin, Texas. Now you bring it back to just our one city when you're talking about people across the world.
That's so cool.
So I don't have any incidents according to KXAN.com traffic.
Good job, y'all.
Yeah, it's just the County Road 123 is flooded. That's both ways from Manelli Drive to Twinwich Parkway. I'll tell them a little bit about their weather today. We lost a degree.
What?
A gradus.
Where did it go?
So our high is 60 for the day.
Oh.
It was 61 when we first started.
But it's 60.
It's 60 now. But it'll still be sunny.
Yeah.
High near 60. Winds will be at northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, we will have a low of 43.
Oh.
A few clouds. Winds will be light and variable. The moon set is 7:35 p.m. and the sun's gonna set today at 5:42.
That's
p.m.
different.
Yeah, you can get out there and go watch a sunset. Have you ever thought about that?
What?
Having a little date, taking somebody out.
To watch the sunset?
Yeah, there's a couple of little spots.
I ain't never
around
thought about sitting up and watching the sunset before. It's something you need to do, though.
Yeah.
The sunrise, though.
Oh, wait.
That's amazing.
Nah, they gotta go.
That's amazing. That's different.
You gotta get your stuff. I thought you're supposed to live last night. You gotta go now.
You ever driven? Oh, you out. Hey, I just caught what you was putting down. You ain't right.
Dang, you weren't supposed to
Night
be here when the
fighter.
sun came up.
What's a night fighter? Somebody who has to fight the night. Get out. Go fight the night.
Not everybody gotta see you leaving my spot. But anyway, what was you was gonna say something?
early morning. I think looking at you watching the sunrise, man. Like straight up, if you're driving from certain points, like I come out from out east, you can see downtown. Like you can see the sun reflecting over the hills and stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You can see the sun reflecting on the buildings, because they're all glassy. I don't know what the term is, but it's like everything's like a cool blue, and you got that tinge of orange to it. It's crazy, man. Like this is different. It's a different world, man, and I think it's cool that we get to kind of see it as it's being built, as it's going.
Yeah. I really like the moments of sunrise, sunset. It's like the dawn of a new day.
Correct.
You think, oh, well, the sun's rising here, it's setting somewhere else. Like you just wonder what the other side of the world is up to. And so when I went, I lived in Korea for a year, and that is a 13-hour time difference from the East Coast.
Right.
Think about that, bro. Think about right now it is 9:03 here.
Right.
But it's 8 o'clock at night. Like they already made it through
They about
the
to
first
go.
day in 2025.
Right.
And they about to bed it down. And we all waking up.
We all over here with some what do you call it?
Some of y'all ain't even wiped the coal out your eye yet.
We got aspirations over here, and they like, yeah, that's what it was.
Ain't gargle no mouthwash.
Sometimes you just got to show up. Hey, come as you are. Just got to pull up, man.
No. I don't want
Sometimes you got to pull up.
No,
and
don't
show
pull
'em.
up. Pull out some mouthwash.
Sometimes you just got to show up and be like, hey, I'm here.
No, man.
Come as you are.
Courtney, no.
I'm here.
Bruh, they might kiss you and melt your face off. You don't
You
know.
learn a very valuable lesson. As I say, if you can smell me, you're too close anyways. Like,
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
when you're too close.
You're
too close, man.
Well, you know it does go the other way.
I just be on. I know, true, because your smell can sometimes.
It proceeds you.
Some people's smells they have a hue. What is that?
The essence.
The essence, my dude, man. You ever see somebody leave their essence in the room? They walked out.
It precedes you when you come in,
Yeah, it's
and then it stayed after
It
you
stayed.
left.
Yeah, I've seen that.
You left, but the scent stayed.
It stayed. You like, wow, bro. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Hey, man, why couldn't you take that with you?
Why can't you can't you come back and take the rest of you with you?
Yeah. Hey, so
Talk to me.
I want to ask you a little question here. You ever had a friend, and maybe that friend doesn't look like you? I got a friend that don't look like me, right?
Word.
And it makes me think that a lot of people like his kind, how cold-blooded they are. Mm-hmm. Instead of being nice with something, they cold as hell. Even though, hell ain't cold. I asked, let's just call this guy, let's just give him a random name. Let's
Okay.
call him Larry.
Okay, Larry.
I was like, hey, Larry, who played soccer in college.
Nice.
And he coaches now. And he's got some kids around close to the age of my kids. So he's doing an extra training session for some girls on his team that need the work. And so I think, man, I mean, I'm helping my daughter. She's doing great,
Right.
but I didn't play in no college. I mean, let me see. And, I talk to him every day. I see him at work every day, right? So I was like, hey, man, you need, over the break, you need some help? You want me to come out there and help you coach? He looked at me straight, no facial expression change, and said, no.
No.
Cold. Just shut that door down.
Absolutely not.
Now, what I thought was, I'll take my daughter, and she can kick a ball around on the side or even join in the drills.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a moment like that where you thought, man, I can get my foot in the door, but they shut that door on you?
Where a friend did it?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Does that hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you find out where you stand.
Well, I mean, in the game of comedy, my dude, like, you have people that have access to different levels of this than you do. Now, they your people. Y'all literally could ride in the same car.
Yep.
Now, the way it normally works, if y'all rode in the same car, they're going to make some things understood, like, hey, man, I can get you in, or hey, man, I can't get you in.
Oh.
You feel me? But, like, it's a real thing where you might show up, and that's your dude, yet that person is looked at as, and they're going to be like, oh, sir, you got to go to general and missing. Or you're a +1, But yeah, that happens. Like, you might want to just follow in thinking, oh man, I'm good too, and it's like,
Right.
nah, you ain't good.
So that brings me to the question, and remember, you guys can call in 512-836-2887.
If you nice.
Ain't it like each one, reach one? Ain't it pull people along? Ain't it
Rising
helping
ships,
other people
rising tides.
pull the next man up?
That's what you gotta do, but
But I don't see that.
depends.
You ever seen somebody, they on LinkedIn, they on Facebook, they on whatever social media, and they're like, hey, I got this new job, or I just got promoted to such and such, and you ain't got no job.
right.
Hey, you can't do nothing. Like, on
Depends.
social media, you telling everybody how big willing you are, and I'm struggling. I need something.
Right.
Check out my resume. You know me.
Right.
But you ain't trying to pull a brother up at all.
It's
You
weird,
do all the
man.
hiring and firing.
True. But whoever you hire is a representation of you as well. And you hire somebody that ain't qualified, man, and they get out there and they be unqualified.
So there's the difference.
Yeah.
Is there also a personal relationship and a professional relationship
I think
in
so.
that you say to yourself, nah, that I don't see that person being professional. So
Right.
in essence, you're biased because you know me,
Yep.
but that doesn't mean that's how I am in a professional workplace.
Man, whatever. It
Dude,
feel like
you gonna judge my behavior
straight up.
at Buffalo Wild Wings,
Absolutely.
and you don't know how I'm gonna look at the workspace.
No, I know exactly how you're gonna look at the workspace. I know we show up with wings.
Uh-huh.
If we have a little bruise, we
Yeah.
have a little after hours joint.
You already know?
You might act a fool.
Okay.
I just know, and my thing is, I can't go into that situation acting like I don't know that.
Yeah.
Some people be like, "Oh man, I'm gonna act like I don't know that." No, you know that. You were given the ability to observe with your eyes and your ears, your nostrils, and your feelings, and all of that. It behooves you to take what you see.
Okay.
When the person shows you who they are, as they say, let that be who they are.
Simply Courtney.
Straight up.
There comes a time though where you got to help people out,
Absolutely.
and
At their level, though.
there's no time than right now.
True.
And if you and I play ball together, and I say, "Hey, Courtney, I got this guy
Yeah.
that I know, known him for some years, and you've known me for years, Simply Courtney." So if I say, off the strength of my relationship with that person, "Hey, man, he's trying to. I know you got this opening. This person's trying to. What can you tell me?" And you don't tell me nothing.
Not
Why you gonna be like that, Simply Courtney?
because I'm sneaky. Because I'm sneaky. That's why.
Hey, some people talk about it.
You wasn't even supposed
They-
to know that.
they
You-
can't be about
You
it.
knew too much. No, I think you got to help people in their level, though.
Okay.
I was watching this Mr. Beast video, and it was really neat because he does his philanthropy stuff. You know what Mr. Beast is? He's a popular YouTuber that does these challenges, and oftentimes they involve, giving people something. Like they might give them a substantial amount of money, might give people cars, might buy a whole grocery store and pay for everybody's bill, whatever. But anyways, this one here, he was, I think he was in this village over in the country. He was back on, I can't remember what country he was in, but I know he was in Africa somewhere. And so anyways, he talked about giving money, a substantial amount of money to people, but he was like, I can't just give them all of this without at least helping them with financial literacy as well. And so he said it would be very irresponsible for us to just give them a substantial amount of money without giving them either access to knowledge or to resources to use said money. And so I was like, that's the way that, you have to help people in their level. You can't just say, hey man, here's this job. You're CEO now. If that person doesn't have the experience of doing something close to that.
Yeah.
Like if you just had your homeboy and say, hey yo, you the financial person now, and they ain't no financial person.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just helped him. You gave him a job, but you just put him in charge of something that he can't comprehend.
I do agree, but then I don't agree.
Talk to me. What do
So-
you think you should do?
It's very hard for you to be the judge. Kind of back to what we were saying about Jerry Jones getting a general manager and being accountability.
Well.
It's the world according to you. Just because you got the money, you're going to tell me what to do with the money? You're going to spoon feed the money to me versus let me get out here and live. I may have to learn that lesson, but what I do with my money may help other people. So when I get this grip of money, instead of you trying to give it to me on monthly installments or whatever you're trying to do,
Yeah.
for financial literacy, man, the first thing I'm going to do is buy my mama a house. Now, I could do that right away. I could change that family dynamic then. I can help out some cousins like then. I could help a struggling comedian cousin of mine. I'm trying to bring this close to home for you, who wants to book a venue. I
Yeah.
could get them that $5,000 so they could have their a recorded episode or do something.
Right.
I'm struggling there, but you get what
No,
I'm
you
saying.
got it, you got
And
it.
so now I've helped 5 or 6 people. Yeah, I may blow it all, but in my circle, back in my hood, man, I done put some people on, and they may blossom, and they may come back to me tenfold.
Each one of those things you did though was like a constraint. There was a level. Like you didn't give them, okay, so you're getting paid that annually, right?
Yes.
You didn't get them paid annually. You gave them specific things. Even the house, you might just pay the house. Or I'm gonna pay the house out. I'm gonna handle the mortgage, right?
Right.
You're not taking their whole lifestyle and saying, "Hey, you now let's say I make $20 million a year. You now make $2 million a year." And you probably could do that in theory.
Yes.
But you're not making them have to do that lifestyle. You're taking care of that stuff. There are some people, that we have that we can't put in that position because they're not supposed to be in that position. I'm just being real. If my homeboy 5'0" 128 pounds.
Oh.
Is that gonna be my security guard, man?
Nah.
Like I want my homie with me though.
Probably not.
I want my homie with me though, and he might be able to fight.
You might.
But that ain't gonna be my security guard because he only be able to guard me from the waist down. You know, only gonna be able to guard half of my leg.
He
You
may
know,
have a vertical.
man.
So now he could get you all the way up to the chest, to your chest.
I'm still exposed, man. But my whole point was that I think you have to help people on their level.
Yeah.
You can, because it's your money. You got the money.
Yeah.
You can make the decision on what I'm gonna do, how much I'm gonna do. We had this convo every often about if you rich, how many people in your life are supposed to be well off too.
Yeah.
You know, is it just your siblings, your parent, your sibling? Is your coworkers? Is your best friend? Is it your cousins? If it's their cousins, you know, does Michael Jackson's 15th niece have access to musical equipment because her uncle up in yonder is Michael Jackson? You know,
Yeah.
Her last name ain't even Jackson. Her last name is Douglas. You know, like you just. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just find it interesting, man, because with this money, you know, it's finite.
Yeah.
It ain't infinite.
No, I
People
get it.
think it's infinite though, but it be finite.
It goes quick.
Homie. I spent $1 million yesterday, dude, trying to buy a dang giraffe, dude. Don't buy a giraffe, people, y'all. You got to lease a giraffe. Don't buy it.
Yeah.
You got to lease it.
Yeah, no, I think you should. Look, there was breaking news.
Uh-oh.
At least 10 people were killed in New Orleans after a driver intentionally rams into the crowd. This is according to CNN.com.
You just jumped straight into that one. I was over there being funny. Now I got to be serious.
People
All right.
are awake now.
Go for
and
it.
I wanted to give them the breaking news.
You do your thing. Let me
Especially
shut
because
up.
they tuned in with us.
Let me shut up then.
So they believe that it was intentional that this person rammed into a crowd on Bourbon Street. So at least 10 people were killed and 30 injured when a driver rammed a pickup truck into a crowd during New Year celebrations on Bourbon Street in New Orleans early Wednesday morning. Last night, but early this morning. And the police superintendent says that the driver's actions were very intentional. So the man was trying to run over as many people as he could. He also shot at police officers, hitting 2 of them, and they're in stable condition, the officers. Now, this attack happened over in the popular French Quarter. Been there. Some of you have been there. It's on your bucket list. And now that's just hours before. There's a football game there today. They're called the Sugar Bowl, which is an annual college football game that draws fans from all over the country. And that's going to be the University of Georgia versus Notre Dame. And that's our hearts and minds go out to the people in New Orleans, those that were there visiting, those that live there. We hope that you guys can recover. 10 people killed, though.
They got him alive?
And they took him alive. I'm not happy about that, Courtney. What I do want to say, though,
Yeah.
if there was a time where a person has to do something like that, my whole curiosity is why? There are so many other ways, things you could do. I don't condone the violence, but there's got to be some thug drug dealers out there in another country. Roll up in there. Go intentionally drive your vehicle, jump out, capping like you did at the cops. Do that there.
Yeah.
If anything,
That's
we
wild.
would probably think of you as a hero.
Yeah,
And you could go out a hero and still do all the carnage you think you want to do. But that's what you want to do. Innocent people.
That's wild.
It sets me off, bro.
That's that crowd stuff, man. I hate that. That's running people for crowds, and that's gonna be long, far-reaching
Yeah.
issues that are gonna come from that. That's crazy, dude.
I wanna-
I forgot that it was New Year's last night. I'm not
Yeah.
even friend. I'm like, oh yeah, because the game. I'm like, nah, bro, it was New Year's Eve. People are down there just, man.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Back to something a little different. Spotify. 512-836-2887. Feel free to call in. Simply Courtney, did your Spotify Wrapped, did that depress you?
I had fun with mine.
Did you find out, are some of us finding out things like, dang, I'm going a little too hard on this or on that, or I would have thought.
It was exactly what I expected. You know what was fun for it? I talked with some friends about this last year too. It took me on like a journey as to my feelings and what I went through.
Yeah.
Throughout the year, like I got to see my playlist aligned to when I was working through stuff.
Yeah.
Dad passed away earlier last year, and so there was a time period where the music reflected that. You know, there was all these different things going on, and I was seeing all these different songs that were popping up that I hadn't seen
Yeah.
in almost a year, and I was like reliving that. My rap, I don't know, it was reflective of who I am.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot of Drake. I was surprised. I think Kendrick Lamar, I think that was his whole goal. He's, I'm going to get Drake off y'all's playlists. Yeah, it wasn't a lot of Drake on there.
I thought there were a lot of people that, to your point, were surprised. Like that. Wait, I know where I'm at. No, that's not where I was. That's not where I saw myself. But people. That's where you were. That's your Spotify rap.
The average
Hopefully it
person,
didn't
I don't
impress
think,
you.
is paying as much attention. I think when they're playing music, they just let it play.
Yeah.
I just got like that to where I'll just let my Spotify play randomly.
Oh.
Usually I'm like controlling.
Yeah.
But lately it's been like, I think I'm on, I was on instrumentation. Obviously, once Titan gets in the car, it changes. To
Yes.
What's the YN? What do they call it? YN music.
Yeah.
It turns into that, and if I don't change it, I will be listening to NBA YoungBoy and all of them for a whole day, because I'll be like, if I'm driving him to school, sometimes before the game, he'll turn that on. And
The rest of us are just nodding and agreeing. We don't know any of the groups or language you were speaking.
I was speaking the wing thing.
It's the young boy
I
stuff,
was
right?
speaking the wing things.
Hey, there's an old head right now. What that boy talking about? NBA young boy. I thought
NBA.
they was talking about Spotify. Now NBA and a young boy. What?
Just think of face tattoos, grills, and ski masks.
Hey,
That's what I be listening to.
we talking about the young. You know what? This summer,
Yeah.
when the music start playing at the cookout, then you'll know. Just get a little pen and paper, write it down.
That was the word of the year. I always try to figure out the word that I heard the most last year. My mom even asked me, "Unk." That was the word I think of the year. That was the word of the year because there was a lot of older, as we'll call it, a lot of older black. I think it's usually used for black guys. We don't use it for white dudes.
No.
A lot of black dudes were in the forefront. You had Cat Williams' interview with Shannon Sharp. And I think they always refer to Shannon as Unk.
Yep.
The way Cat Williams was telling everybody his lives, he was Unk. It was a lot going on. Deion gets called Unk all the time. He's in the news always.
Yeah.
I think LeBron is. Ooh, that's a question for you.
That's the NBA.
Is LeBron Unk status?
He is definitely.
He's Unk status.
When the old head always wants to offer that info to you. Young Buck, let me tell you how it used to be.
Tuck your shirt in.
Hey, wait, no, we don't do it like that. See, let me pull you to the side. Let me tell you. See, that's that Unk.
I know he had a really cool one. This is a few years ago, where he was saying like he'd bring like the rookies over to his place or whatever, and how they would spend more time hanging out with Bronny than they would with him, because age-wise they're closer to his age than him. And I was like, that is crazy. And this is back when I think Bronny was like high school still, but now I mean he's in the NBA. LeBron is Unk. That's crazy.
Yeah, he is. What would you say that if I told you that I have the belief that people in the past looked older than us now?
Man, I agree.
Would you agree with me on that?
Strong agree.
Hey, we got somebody live on the air.
Strong agree.
You are live on the air. Thanks for calling in.
Hey.
Can you hear us?
Hey. I know you hear us.
Okay.
Good morning.
There you are. Good morning.
Good morning. Hey. Let's be jamming.
What's on your mind?
Well, first of all, just want to start the year off a little differently.
Okay.
First of all, I want to give thanks to the Most High that we made it to 2025.
Amen.
Yes.
So glad that y'all are there on today. Just grateful on the day. Just
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
feeling one of those days.
Yeah. No. A lot of people didn't make it to 2025. You know, I've been saying I didn't hear nobody else, so I'm trying to be the first one. I'm alive in 2025.
There you go.
I mean,
Put that on a shirt.
I got to be thankful. I was thinking yesterday, I was doing some yard work, raking some leaves, and I was thinking, man, we lost this person in 24, this person in 24, Quincy Jones in 24. You know, those are the names I was thinking about. I was like, dang, what would they give to be in 2025? You know, President Carter.
Last day, right?
Just about made it to 2020. He 100. He was 100.
100.
And he almost made it.
Almost
and he would have
there.
liked to.
Almost.
So, yeah, I was thankful. I am thankful that I woke up this morning.
Here, dude, got a chance to make a change. You got a chance to be an effective change.
No doubt.
Yeah, love it.
I'm very curious. Do you think that people in the past looked older than us now?
That's a good question.
No. I think
Oh.
people now look older because I see some folks that are younger than me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be like, and they'll come up and speak to me, and I might not recognize them. And I'll be like, did we go to school together? And they're like, no. I went to school with your child. And I'm like, oh, that's a 30-some year difference.
Uh-huh.
Folks ain't looking as good as they used to.
There's so many different ones. Like, I think we look at celebrities like the way that celebrities were portrayed back in the day. She hung up in my face. You know, this happened to me before. I was talking. I said, hey, girls, anyways. It's a click. And I was, oh.
People can't remember your name, and
you
then
know, I ain't important. And that's what I'm
they
working
can't
for.
remember the name. They don't want to hear your fame.
They don't want to hear the voice. Man, I ain't got a choice. But it's all good. But now, like the celebrities and stuff, they would be. I mean, like you look at the NBA players, dog. You see some of them pictures, man.
Yes, I do.
Dudes is like 25 years old and got the midi going on the head. Celebrities, same thing. I know that they like would have guys being portrayed
Yeah.
as a certain thing. We'll get back to that one.
Okay. We are going to take a break. We'll be back. You're listening to The Morning Grind, KAZI 88.7 FM. We lost you, but you're live on the air. Welcome back.
Okay, thank you. My little feelings was hurt.
Hey, Simply Courtney's was hurt.
I ain't gonna cap. I
Because
thought you hung up in my face. I was kind of like, it'd be like
all
that,
we heard
bro.
was the dial tone. So we said, okay,
Oh,
get my piece in, and then I'm a piece out.
Straight up.
No, you know I have much love for y'all, and there would never be a time that I just hang up like that. That's just plain rude.
So what else is on your mind then?
Well, a couple of things she was talking about on this morning. I want to talk about Jerry Jones needing a general manager. I want to apply for the position because, again, he's going to need somebody that's not scared to tell him, no, that ain't happening, no, they ain't coming. No, you just need to go sit up in your booth and be an owner and mind your business. Let us do this and run this team like it's supposed to be run.
No.
Two, I'm all in favor of going to a restaurant and not seeing the prices. I ain't paying for it no way, so what do I need to know what it costs?
That's
That's not my issue or my situation. Now, if it's my turn to pay, then sure. Let me see the prices. But other than that, I'm not looking at the prices because I already know what I'm going to eat and I already know what I'm not going to buy. That's that.
I mean, it's a baller move. You know what? Just get what you want. I want you to live, enjoy yourself, and don't worry about the cost. Because it does bring you down. It's very limited. Like if you know, man, I don't want to go over $25 for the dish, the main course. And then you realize, man, there's only like one thing. And it's like some pasta is about the only thing that's 25. Some chicken Alfredo is like the only thing that's 25. Everything else is over 30, 40, 50. And is that a fun date? I mean, is that your best foot forward for that person?
But see, we would have already had that conversation either
Yes.
on the phone,
Yes.
in the car, like, okay, payday ain't till Friday, we're going out on Tuesday, so it might be dollar taco night that night. You might not be going to Texas de Brazil.
I got a quick question here. Can I bring out a coupon on that date? I mean, I just found out it's Lover's Lane 2 for 1. We get 2 steaks for the price of 1. So we're going to go there, and I'm going to use this coupon so we can get 2 steaks. Because then I'm telling you, we're trying to stay within this range. It's still a date. You don't have to worry about the prices, and you're getting a free meal. How's that?
That works for me because that shows me that you're a good steward of your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm all about a coupon. I have no shame in my game. I'm one of those shoppers that will go in the grocery store, open up my purse and pull them coupons out and turn around and look at the person behind me. I wish you would. You're going to wait on this till I need all my coupons.
Straight up.
Yeah, you got to get it. I'm okay with it. Again, you just got to have, I think it's just good communication. You're just letting the person know in advance that I ain't balling like that. If we could get in here and we can get out of here for about 150, we could maybe go bowling, do something quick after this. Or I might be able to get you at the end of the week when we can get a little coffee together at the end of the week. But if we spend it all up right now, you ain't gonna see me for about 2 more checks. I'm gonna have to work this out.
We're gonna have to run out.
Are those shoes comfortable?
Yeah.
Can you get it when I say go?
On the count of 3. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Oh, you thought I was gonna say 3, huh?
I,
You just got to be faster than the date.
That part.
but I got a question on the reverse side of that.
Uh-huh.
Now, if we go to the restaurant and my menu does not have the prices,
Mm-hmm.
who says that I'm not the one paying?
Yeah.
It could be your birthday. It could be your something. How does that work?
Yeah. I see that, and I'm glad you brought that. See, that's diversity in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And when I think about that, I don't think it changes. Okay, so you still come in. I pull your chair out, trying to be the gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
The maitre d' comes over with the 2. Maybe the reservation. Well, I guess they don't really care whose the reservation was in, so they may not know whose the last name is. So we sit down. Boom, menu. Okay, yeah. I think it's still the same. I feel like it's still the same.
I feel like my rule is that I have to check and like do my little research before I go to restaurants now.
Yeah.
And just make sure I have enough to cover just in case it comes up.
Oh yeah.
It's something that I did when I was married. Like I would look up and see, oh, we're finna go eat here. How much does this cost? 'Cause
Well, the drinks catch you though.
the drinks get you. Okay.
That's what gets you is,
You don't
if
be
your
paying
date
attention.
gets the 1 or 2,
Right.
and maybe gets a 3rd, especially if y'all giggling and y'all having some fun. Maybe
Yeah.
you tossing a few back yourself.
Right.
And that's that
wine
high
menu?
cost. Yep.
The wine menu
And
be
it gets you.
they don't be having no prices on the wine menu, dog.
You gave her a couple cocktails.
No.
And you didn't tell her, when the maitre d' comes over and says, "Oh, here's our specials for the day."
Oh man.
Yeah, hey, girl, get that $5 cocktail they was talking
You
about.
gotta fight the maitre d' on that one.
No.
That's the maitre d' fault.
She going for the $19 cocktail.
Why you give her that menu, man?
Hey, thank you for calling in.
Hey, thank y'all for being there on today. So glad y'all again made it over. Much love to y'all and your families. And Courtney, I don't know what you feeding them children of yours, but
You saw that picture on social media?
Yeah, I know.
baby,
And we just getting started too.
that's what I'm saying. You just getting started. I hope you got some good hand skills going
Right.
on, because when those young men are coming towards your daughter and them cougars are coming towards your son, I don't need you to tell a joke. I need you to,
Send
go
some
to work
smoke.
on them.
Yo, I got the whooping
Yeah.
stick. They say you got to beat them off with the whooping stick. I got it ready. I
Yep.
got it ready. Dang it. I know that's right.
You got it.
Thank
All
you.
right, much love, y'all.
Yes. Happy New Year. I just know that. Listen, man, we got to have a conversation. Mm-hmm. You know what? This is where we're at. This is. I'm making this. This is who I am.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure how much it's gonna be. And I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know if I'm gonna have it. So I'm gonna need you to be able to cover some of this
Hey.
just in case.
No,
That's who I have to be. I have to be that
think-
conversation.
I think that needs to happen more.
Yeah.
See, the male ego doesn't allow a lot
doesn't.
of guys to do that.
It doesn't.
And there are, like we were talking about the lady that was saying, remember last week we were talking about the lady who says he invited me out on a date. He should give me some money, cash at me some money before the date so I can get my nails done.
Mm-hmm.
There are some ladies that would not.
Right.
Oh, we're going out on a date, but you want me to pay half? Nah, I'm good.
Right.
And then you don't get that date.
It's good to get that out the way though.
But but that comes, okay, ladies, call in 512-836-2887. So the regular guy, the average guy, maybe I just graduated college. I'm only 1-2 years out.
Right.
My money's not there yet.
Right.
I ain't got no experience. So they giving me, that means I'm 24 years old. I don't have any experience. So my position is entry level. Does that mean I can't afford love? Because
No.
listen, they're out there, Courtney.
They
That
be
if you
saying
say,
that
hey,
crap
I
too,
want to
man.
take you out,
Yeah.
but we gonna split the bill. Mm-hmm. You pay for yours, I pay for mine, but I want to spend that time with you. How many dates you getting? Let's be honest. Out of 10, how many dates you getting if you say that up front?
Probably not a lot.
Exactly.
And that's the negative part of it. But I think too, you should want the person to show you who they are.
Yes.
If they ain't gonna like you in your financial downturn,
Yeah.
good. That's the person you probably don't need to be with.
So you made that a positive. So what you're saying is maybe you should lead with that.
Yeah, because
With
I
the
think the
person.
person's gonna show you their level of interest in you versus what you got. And I understand the potential, and everybody needs to be able to bring something, yada yada, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
But you got to take me as who I am currently in this season, not for who I'm gonna be later. Don't date me on potential.
Man, I really like that because that's almost a screening question in itself.
It is.
And if their comeback is, man, well, money's tight on me, but I'd still like to spend some time with you. Maybe we can go do something else.
Be realistic then.
Because if you wanted to go to this restaurant,
Right.
and you were willing to pay half, let's downgrade to this restaurant, and you could take that half, still cover the whole meal, because money's tight for me. I'm gonna tell you, I dated a girl while she was in college, and it was my goal was to send her home with a doggy bag every single meal.
That's what's up.
I wanted her to take leftovers, and if I didn't eat everything, I was like, "Hey, you want this too? Take that with you." Now, and then I could say the little joke, I know you're a starving college kid, but at the end of the day, I felt good about her leaving with that doggy bag every single time
Right.
because I knew she was on the come up.
Right.
She was
She
trying to
was
get
there.
there,
Yeah.
but the company was great.
Yeah.
She was amazing. And I'm not even talking anything physical. I'm just saying
I get that.
there was a great connection.
Right.
Now I married that girl though, but
Right.
but at that time, she didn't have it.
Right. And you weren't dating her. You were dating her for who she was.
Yeah.
At that moment. And it wasn't on what I hope she can get or what the potential she could potentially get.
Yep.
It was what she had at that moment.
I remember I want to say it's the second date, maybe the third date. I pulled out a Groupon. And I wasn't hesitant about it, but come to find out, the coupon was like 2-for-1 boba.
Yeah.
We went to a boba shop,
Yeah.
found out boba was her thing.
Yeah.
She was very happy. And again, it was time spent together.
Nice.
And yeah, she
Y'all
wasn't
learned each
she
other.
wasn't tripping on no Groupons.
Word.
You are live on the air.
What's
Thanks for
up?
calling in.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Hey, we're doing good. Thanks for asking. How you doing?
I'm blessed. This is the mouth and the truth.
Yep.
I'm glad that we made it to the other side. I noticed that when you're in the building, we always talk about dating and sports. So let me make a few comments.
Yeah.
I think that it's time for Jerry Jones to step aside, and that there is a lot of there's some burglary going on with some of the players. Patrick Mahomes got his house broken into. So there's something going on between the Dallas Mavericks got some of the stars got their house broken into. So they're burglarizing. I don't know if it's organized crime. They're burglarizing some of the players' homes. When you're a millionaire, you got mega riches. People are drawn there. Then you're being flashy and you're online and you're showboasting and you living that luxury lifestyle. You might want to tone that down because people envy that and want that.
Yep.
And also on dating, these days women are modern day women. Women are not really old fashioned, and today women are making more money than men.
Yep.
But I always tell you, it's 50-50 because two halves make a whole. And you have to bring something to the table besides your knees and elbows.
True.
So we don't really have that traditional women no more. There's some women out there that they want men to pay for everything, open the door, and stuff like that. But there's also a women revolution movement. I don't need a man, and I'm independent, and and all that kind of stuff. So we have to understand that the times have changed,
and that not everybody have that dating mindset. I'm old school. I believe in gentle norms. I believe in the man should be a gentleman and roles of women and men. But today's generation, they're not being taught that, and they're not seeing that.
Yeah.
We have the disconnect between the gender war, so-called gender war, which they're just basically social media crap. So things are kind of bunch of shenanigans now. So you have people online that talk about dating, and they have podcasts, but they don't know anything about dating. They're not even in a relationship, or they have not had a
Ain't
relationship.
that the wildest thing? And those be the people that get the most information and advice, and you go and you don't see no spouse, you don't see no significant other in any of their posts, yet they got so many. Man, get out! I'm sorry. I'm like, don't. I don't want to hear from you.
They on there for likes and get seen and get on. Everybody want to be an influencer.
Yeah.
But my thing, where's your substance in your influence, and what is your receipts in your record on what advice utility?
That part.
Look, anybody can get cheap talk. And I'm in it right here. But I'm on the diversity thing. Diversity. We are now more talk culture. We're more diverse and more inclusive than we ever been. And I don't know if these guys gonna be on subject on Trump agenda, because as you know it, he has not expected. He hasn't picked not one black person in his cabinet.
No,
I know.
And black, huh?
I said I know. I ain't seen no color to sneak in.
And what's so jacked up about that is black men actually voted for him. So where's our return on our investment? And I just want to tell Douglas, don't ever wait for someone to open the door for you. Kick the door down.
I like
hey.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I just kick doors for the heck of it. I like that.
Thank y'all. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Okay, so hey, this is that thing about only having other voices in the room.
Yeah.
I had not realized that but to your point, yeah, you're right. I get on the relationships real quick. And then I do like sports though. I do like sports.
That's what you're talking about.
But for the record, I think, and I don't think I was being called on the carpet, but I did try to translate that Jerry Jones situation to normal life. That there are still people that within their circle, they want to be the only voice.
Yeah, they do.
And they don't want to hear nothing from nobody. If this ship sinks, then it sinks because of me. But I don't want to hear nothing from nobody else.
Can you imagine? Like, I'm not comparing the two, but I kind of am. People that had to work for Michael Jordan when he was the GM or the part owner. I don't know what he was. He was all of it though. You trying to coach, and that's the man doing it, man. Nah, I'm good. That's how I feel. That's how I would feel with trying to take a Dallas gig. I was like, man, listen here. Hey, bro, get off the sideline.
Yeah.
Why you in my hole? Hey, man, don't go in the media talking about the quarterback. Hey, don't talk about the line. Hey, let me holler at you real quick. You can't do that with him, and that's tough.
Yeah.
Because you have to have control as the coach. You have to have the players have to have ultimate faith in you. And I think that the owner, we'll say owner has to have ultimate trust in you to let you handle what you were put there for.
Now I feel bad.
Bad.
I got another topic that I was gonna bring.
Bring it up. We here, dog. Let's do it.
Mouth of the South got me hesitant right now.
Do it. Bring it up.
All right. So Tokyo has started a new 4-day work week.
Okay.
To allow people to have more sex.
That's all it, because their population is stuff.
There's a downturn in their population for those who did not know. Y'all see that? See, Simply Courtney is international. Man. He already knew that. Some of y'all didn't know that, but Simply Courtney, old giraffe wanting.
Told y'all. Sheriff.
Fake sheriff, but ain't gonna be on the front lines. Sheriff.
What day did they get rid of?
I'm judging that sheriff. My bad.
What day did they get rid of though? Monday or Friday?
Let me get that to you. Yeah. I'm not so sure. Do you think though? That a 4-day work week would make you have more sex, though?
Well, I'd sleep more.
See, that's what I'm worried about. Because I feel like that if it's that Monday or if it's that Friday, you trying to knock out errands, right? Like you trying to be productive with your personal life.
Get away from me.
You saving everything during the week because you know you can get it done on that extra work day. And the last thing is you ain't trying to get up, get out. Look, the other day, man. Yeah. I woke up.
Let them know.
Stretch up.
Tell them.
Yawn.
Straight up.
And I was out to go do some yard work. Remember I told you I was doing the yard work, right?
Straight up.
But I had a pretty little thing laying next to me.
Yeah, you did.
I had two options there.
2 of them.
Stay in the bed or go out there and rake some leaves. There are two bags of leaves gone from my abode. But you see what happened there, though.
You got the work done.
I had the day off. This a work week.
Straight up.
But your boy wasn't trying to knock them boots.
No, man.
So what?
You was knocking them bushes.
So what's going on?
I get that right.
Yeah.
That's for me.
Yeah. What do you say about that, man?
I don't think the extra now. Listen,
what will it take?
If it was what would it take to make people make that babies? Better music?
Maybe-
What kind of the Japanese do they got R&B over there yet?
They do.
I know they got their little their 70s jazz. and
Yes,
all
they
that
do.
stuff. So they got some people singing some
Yes,
R&B.
they do.
Okay, then they need some people singing some R&B. They need a group. They need a boy group that does like a lot of hip thrusting, and it also wears like the shirts open and stuff, and stands on the hill and sings. And then they also need you know what they need? They need a girl over there that does their version of "I'ma be the freak and tell the thing and tell the man."
Yes.
They need one of those. Do they got one of those over there?
They do.
Are you sure?
Oh,
they
man.
got an Adina Howard.
They ride hard.
Okay, because if they got an Adina Howard, then they doing all right. But I mean, if they ain't got that, I don't know what to tell you, player. Because maybe do they got a Teddy Riley?
They
All
do.
I want to do is zoom, and a boom, boom.
They do.
Ooh, a segue. This is for you. Me and my little girl, we watched Brick by Brick, Pharrell Williams' thing.
Uh-huh.
I was telling her I was so proud because he's talking about Virginia.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I know my dude that I do the radio with,
Yeah.
he's from that area. And he was talking skating and all that.
Yeah.
And it was just really neat because I'm watching this, we're listening to music. She's jamming out to the music too.
Yeah.
I'm jamming out because this is like my teenage and almost a little bit of my childhood playing. What happened there? Was that me?
I'm not sure what happened there.
Were you recording me? Did you record me?
Hey, the streets is watching.
Oh my goodness, the streets got caught. No, but anyways, it was really dope to just watch that. So I thought, like, hey, you've seen that already, or
Oh, yeah.
okay, it was
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
So cool, dude.
And I was just a street over.
I was gonna say you were right there.
And for those who don't know, yeah, I used to skateboard with
Straight up.
Skateboard P.
He was skateboard D.
Oh, y'all know him as Pharrell Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to skateboard with him. And back in where I'm from,
Uh-huh.
we were the only two black skaters
Yeah.
in Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
And so when we met, that's how we met. Because we saw each other and the conversation was, yo, I heard about you.
Mm-hmm.
He said that to me. I said that to him. But the difference was when we met, he was talking to me. He said, man, I'm just in it for the scene. I just kick and push.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do. What he knew about me, man, I was out here trying to become the greatest skater the world has ever heard of. Grinding hard for it, trying to jump over trash cans and so that was the difference. And he gave me props. He's like, man, you're good.
That was
you
cool.
do what you do. And I heard about you. I didn't know you were this good. Yo, keep doing what you doing, bruh. And then I was just like, yo, nice to meet you, but let me go over here and shred your homies. Because what had happened was he went to a different high school than me. They went to Princess Anne High School. They said that in a movie. But anyway, but he went to Princess Anne. We were the Beach Boys. First Colonial is on the beach. Like, we the Beach Boys.
Okay.
They're a little further inland.
Okay.
So when we heard that they were showing up, your boy Dapper D was thinking, man, I'm about to show these fools how we get down over at First Colonial.
Yeah.
So even that day when we talked, I didn't spend a lot of time talking to him.
No.
Because I was like, yeah, got it, son. I'm glad we met each other, but yo, I gotta go rip.
I'm about this action,
Because
boss.
your boy Josh think he running stuff right now, and I could kick flip over his board right now, and then
Right.
he'll know what we doing. So that's how I was.
Yeah.
It wasn't until years later. I mean, he was just a normal high school kid
Right.
like me
As
at the
a
time.
kid.
I didn't know who he was, who he would become. So yeah, and then, I dabbled with the little music, but we didn't even talk about that.
No.
He just told me that some people he hang out with, and that he's got this board, he rides it, and that was about it.
I think that's neat though. That's such a cool little sliver of
Yeah.
history that you have access to
No
firsthand
doubt,
knowledge
man.
of that.
So let me give you something right
Go
quick.
for it.
Let me see if I could.
Saving up to 10%.
No. Okay, blind. It's called "I'm in Love." You can't even understand it.
It worked. I feel it though.
But she's professing her love for you.
I
Courtney.
agree with
What you
whatever
gonna
she's
do?
talking about. I'm
What you
taking.
gonna
I
do?
accept.
It's the international love language,
I
right?
accept.
It's love.
I accept.
Hey. Hold on. You didn't even understand what she was putting down.
I don't care. I felt it.
You gonna take it.
Sometimes you can just feel it.
Take that.
That part.
2025.
No biggie.
We here.
All I'm saying is that over there, you know how I'm like trying to get a giraffe here?
Yeah.
Over there, I am a giraffe. You feel
You
what I'm
are.
saying?
You certainly will stand out.
Hey.
That is where we gonna leave it. That was Simply Courtney. I'm Dapper D. This was the morning grind.
Hey, this is fun.
It was New Year's Day.
Yep.
We came up out the house.
Yeah, we did.
Your boy was throwing back some things last night.
Yeah.
But I'm here.
And I was just
That's the
late.
most important thing.
I was just late because it just happens. Sometimes you set your alarm clock wrong or you don't set it. I don't know what I did. I think I tried to set the alarm.
Yeah.
I looked at it and I was like, what happened? And it was like Sunday. And I was like, today's not Sunday, Courtney. I think you set your alarm for Sunday. I think we just figured it out.
That's all right.
It happens, though.
It happens.
It happens life.
Bruh. We here though.
But we here
give
though.
people what they want, what they need. Have a great 2025. This is the launching point. It'll be what you want it to be.
Straight up, day one, dog.
And as the Mouth of the South said, kicking those doors in 2025.
Kicking the doors.
Wait for somebody to let you in.
We ain't knocking.
Take that. Take that.
We ain't even trying to figure out the combination anymore. So kick it in.
We out.
American Family Support Conference celebrates their 25th anniversary February